And now, on with the show.
Clear my throat here. I should have done that before. Anyway, that's all I got. Good night. Nah, I'm playing. I didn't press the outro button fast enough to do the joke, but oh well. Howdy y'all, I'm Mr. Damocles, aka Mr.D, your mild-mannered corgi revenant at your service. Yep, it's just another art stream, and this time I'm actually kind of enthused about it. So, because the last one, my heart was not in it. That's why some of it was like, So, yeah. Anyway, we are going to be, I'm like confused right now. It's just another art stream. Nothing too. Hey, Michael Marvel, I see you down there. Whoa, hey, I see you. Okay, I'm back up here. Okay. So yeah, it's just another art stream, and I blame you for this. I say that jokingly, cause I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I remember you mentioned it, and I think Kiwi even brought it up too about drawing Meong as cosplaying as Rouge the Bad. So that's what we're gonna do. I have no idea how long it's gonna take. It could take an hour, it could take 2 hours. It can't be over 4 because I got work in the morning. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing. So I guess there really is no need for this talky bit at the start. So I'm just gonna get myself situated here. I'm just gonna move myself right here. Hold on, where's my tablet? Hold on. There it is. Alright, there we are. Okay. There we are. Now I got it. Yeah, I know you'd be looking forward to it. Let me just go ahead and bring out let's see, where are you? Window capture. Boom, right there. We are set. Kind of wonder if I should adjust this, because I don't know if you really need to see the brushes or things like that. Just this right here, and also my head kind of blocks a little bit of it. So, hang on, I'm gonna try something. I think you press Alt? Yeah. Press Alt and you crop it right there. I'm gonna do that here. Aha! Now I can just move this over here. There we go. Now you can see more of it. That works for me. Guess I could just leave this as such, because window capture, weirdly enough, does not work for my games. It only works with Code Vein and Metal Gear Rising. That's it. Which again, like I said, is super weird. But yeah, I guess I can fix that or just open up make a new one with that. Well, either way, yeah. We're gonna have this for now. So let me just adjust to myself here. There we go. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut off this mic, and I'm gonna turn on the other one. But before we do that, I'm gonna go invisible for just a second. So just where am I? Gonna go invisible for just a second. Please stand by. Okay, now I'm on the other mic. It might sound a little bit different because it's my it's my old mic. I brought it over here now. Now I'm using this one for my art streams. So, all right. So, just give me 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and set up some music so we can get started. I should have done all this earlier. Getting all this stuff set up. I should have done this earlier. Alright, I think I'm all set up. I'm gonna go ahead and just get ready to cut the music, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna go ahead and cue some other music, so just hold on just a second. There we go. Alright, now I'm more situated. I even have my phone, which is used for my chat. Right here, I have it clamped on my, I have a dedicated little table, if anybody didn't notice that. I have a dedicated table for my, for these streams. So, let me just go ahead and just, open up a reference, I got this. Okay, so we just edit, copy, edit, paste. Now I got a reference. Just put you right there. Yes, apply transformation. We'll just go ahead and do that. Is this still okay? This is still the one I need to put. Move that up here. Okay. All right. I set up a thingy here for my stylus, and I don't think that's the right spot, so I'm gonna put it back over here. Didn't realize that it was gonna be in my way. Huh, that's alright. Everything's good now. Oh, I got it right here now. Alright, alright. I'm glad that I'm still here, still being heard. I made sure, I checked the mics. I always check on OBS, and if nothing is moving, if the bar's not going up and down, and that means something's wrong, and you need to check the properties and make sure it's seeing the right mic. So yeah, alrighty. So that's just even though it's weird you're saying that you're opening up a picture of Meong for reference? Yes. I should know how to draw her, and for the most part, I do. But I just want to make sure I'm doing everything right. Where's okay, it's right here. I was just rambling on, and I forgot where to find her. This one will do. Let's bring out the one that has her arms out. Okay. Alrighty. So we got this. I think I could just close that and just leave that there so I can just go back to it. I keep forgetting I need to take a drink. I'm so tired of drinking colas right now, so I got Powerade this time. With 50% more electrolytes. It's the fruit punch one. I like all kinds of Powerades. Just the ones that I'm adjusting my mic. Hold on. There we go. The one that I don't seem to like fancy is the lime cucumber. To me that's just weird. That's just weird. All right, I'm on the right layer. Is this one? Okay, it's that one. And okay, I'm on the right layer. Let's just get a pencil tool. Let's just. There we go. I can get some good rough sketching going on here. I don't know if I'm gonna go for the exact pose right now because if you see my stream where I was redrawing Sakura from Card Captors, I was trying to copy the pose and it had questionable results. I shouldn't try to go for something like that. I should just go for my own thing here. So let's go. Let's get started. I'm just gonna actually start it pretty big and then I'm gonna shrink it down, so I can get everything correctly. Yeah, I heard about that. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're not suffering and all that. Alright. So let's just. I was thinking about doing like a profile kind of shot of her head on the side, but I'm thinking about just doing something like this. Let's just get a good idea of what her head looks like. Drawing on this side, it's always a little bit rougher for me. Just trying to get the size of her head right. Because Meong got a pretty big ass head. There we go. Just get the ears. Only me with this. I'm just gonna cheat at some points, and by that I mean I'm just gonna, when I start doing the line art, I'm just gonna draw it once, then I'm gonna copy and paste it on the other side and flip it around. It's not cheating because I actually drew it, but yeah. Okay, let's just go ahead and get her hair done because she always has this sort of look right here. Her hair always has that look to it. And I was kind of wondering, like, with these art streams, I think one of my biggest issues is the music I'm using. I'm using this kind of music, which I don't mind. I actually do like this kind of music. It's good, like, background music. It's better than listening to absolutely nothing. But I'm usually listening to, like, the music I kind of grew up with as a kid. Well, maybe not a kid, but well, I guess you could say kid. In my high school days. Like like music that really like creatively inspired me. If I'm brutally honest, I used to be so much more creative back in high school than I am now. Part of me wishes I could. Maybe it'll come back. Maybe I'm just going through a phase right now. But yeah. Like I was definitely like the kind of kid in high school, and I'm gonna lower that for just a bit. The kid in high school that really like, I guess you could say I was musically pretentious. I like listening to bands that nobody really listened to. Okay, I think I got the basic size of her head, so I can move that. I was just there temporarily. Actually, I can probably just put that there, so I have an idea where the exact top of her head is. So there we go. But yeah, like one of the, like when it comes to like the music, like I said, like I guess I was a bit snooty as a kid. Like I said, when I was in high school, because I tried to go out of my way to listen to bands that nobody really heard of, for the most part. And I think the band that started all of that for me to like really like be snooty when it comes to that was, I don't think the band exists anymore. It's always hard to tell, but there were a band called At the Drive-In, which is still, in my opinion, one of my all-time favorite bands. So, in fact, it's so funny because the way the band members look, like they always wore like clothes that look. That kind of molded my fashion sense off of them, because they dressed like they shop at thrift stores. They buy like old T-shirts. They wore like old jeans and all that. Wore like high top sneakers like Converse, Chucks, and all that. So I was definitely like that. I was definitely like that in high school. I was definitely trying to go for like that kind of vibe. I need to move this for a second. Let me just. There we go. So funny because right now I have a little on my thing right here, on my little desk here, I actually have a dedicated little fan here, but I don't think I need it right now. I think I'm okay. But yeah. We're going into like music. The music. Like I said, I have listened to bands like At the Drive, and I modeled my look after that. And one of them, well, two of them did. One of them had like, two of them had afros, and I did have that. Yes, it was definitely a 90s style. The 90s was still pretty much alive and well in the 2000s. I guess Spotify, you can definitely find their music. I guess you could say it's acquired, but I enjoyed them. I enjoyed it so much that I actually wait, is this thing okay? I was wondering if this thing was acting up. But yeah, anyway, like I said, like the afros, I grew an afro in high school. And it was weird, but it was cool at the same time. Plus, I had no idea my hair, I could do that with my hair, which is awesome. So that just. Like, there's a part of me that was thinking like I can do it again, like nowadays, but like no, I'm a little bit too old for something like that. I don't know if my hair has it in me anymore. Mostly because throughout the years I've been actually brushing it, and now my hair is like flowy and wavy now. So there's that. Guess I can just leave these bits looking different as like that, because I think when I get to the line art, I'm gonna choose which one I like, which side, this one or that one. So let's get back to the pencil tool. Oh yeah, that's right. Meong needs her. Actually, I don't know if I should give her earrings. I don't know if she should have earrings in this one. I think we'll just leave that as such. We'll just give her the top of her head. Nah. It was like right there. You know, throughout the time of drawing Meong, I've always like wondered like if her hair should have just been just like this. Like a very short haircut with no pigtails and all that. I always wondered about that. I honestly think she would look incredibly cute and all that, but I'm committed to the pigtails now. So it's just... I always try to keep an even number of them. At least 7 or 8. Bow done right here? Just... Pardon me if you heard that. That was a slight belch. I do apologize for that. I'm like getting focused here, but yeah. I do think that too. That her pigtails and her hat are like her signature look. Like, see? Yeah. It really like fixes it. Well, not really. Why am I saying fix? It more like it completes the look. It completes the look for her, in my opinion. Actually, when I was back in like 2016, when I was drawing like an idea on her that would become her, that I always had like the pigtails. So I remember somebody also telling me like she looks like very much like a Ranma kind of character, which I could see that. Okay, so we got the head down, so we can just shrink that down and get to work on the actual outfit. Let's see, let's go ahead and do that. Well, Meong's gonna have her shoulders exposed. That's how this costume looks. Okay. A Sailor Moon vibe. I didn't know. I was not expecting that. But thank you. That's I'll take that as a compliment, as she has a Sailor Moon vibe. Where she That's actually a really cool concept idea, that giving her like a Sailor Moon vibe. But then again, like I do get a lot of things where people say like, "Wow, she looks like she has a, like my art style like is a very people say it's a very 90s style," which again, like I take that as a compliment. Okay, now we can do that. Let's just go ahead and do... I know it's just... This is just the rough sketch, but even then I still take pride in it, and I kind of like... try to make sure it looks nice. But then again, it's all gonna be... I guess you could say penned over. But it's nice to go ahead and have a good rough sketch. I'm probably gonna save it as such too. Yeah, the 80s and 90s style is actually really good. I do love it. Cause I grew up with it. So there we go. Just trying to... try to make her look a little bit more confident. Maybe a similar stance like that. I can give that a shot. But I'm gonna have to How big is this image? Yes, let's apply the transformation. Yes, let's do that. Okay, I need this. Okay, I see. We'll just move this over here. Now I can just... Okay, her waist is a little smaller, but I think I can actually correct this with a little bit of... like that, because I actually like the way that looks. So we can just do that and just... increase the size. Maybe go like down to right here, so she doesn't look like she has a super small torso. Make her look more correct. Here we go. And we can just deselect there, and I could just fix that. Now that I see it, I might need to... weirdly enough, increase the size of her chest. There we go. Okay, now she's looking more correct. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Just gotta adjust it there, so... make sure I got the... okay, just checking this pencil tool right here. My stylus is... it works, but it gets a little wonky from time to time. Actually, hold on. Let me fix that. Here we go. Oh. Might have to go over it again, but so far I am kind of pleased with that. Actually, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I might need to adjust that a little bit. Actually, I might just do that over again. Just do it here. There we go. Actually, I don't know if I'll do the knees just yet. I need to get an idea what's going on. Maybe I gotta... yeah, like something like that. But I'm not too happy on how the arm came out, because it kind of came out... bleh. Tried to learn how to draw, but I was working in the library, but they didn't like that. What were you drawing? If you're gonna draw out in public, make sure it's safe for public viewing. Oh, whoa, where did that line come from? Okay, sure. Kind of feel like maybe I need to increase the size of this here too, cause... well, she has a huge head. It's not... I don't want it to be that big. There we go. Okay, that's a slight adjustment. Oh, okay, you're trying to draw anime faces. Okay. They didn't like that? Were you drawing on the books? Is that what you were doing? Or... that's because that's really weird. Considering, like, it was frowned upon when I was in high school, because it was still, like, kind of like not a normie thing and all that. Now it's become more prevalent and all that, for my opinion, for worse. But, you know, I mean, even nowadays at my public library, they have little things where you like they have classes on how to on drawing anime and all that for kids and all that. So I feel like kids today got it easy. They got it good. We were viewed as weird ones for that back in the day. Okay, I think I need to shrink the size of this thing again. Let's just move her right here so I can get an idea. Hold on, let's try that again. Ugh. That's much better. Back in school, you were one. Well, I guess but like I said, like it's a little bit easier for kids nowadays because they're all. Well, you probably grew up like at the tail end when anime was still kind of viewed as weird. I was in the trenches, like. You know what? Let's go ahead. I think I got that as an idea. Yeah, just have her like. That seems like a nice idea to have her like that with her hands on her hips and all that. Yeah. In like 2010, so yeah, it was still kind of like so yeah, and in 2010, so it was still kind of viewed as a something like normal people like saw it from the outside and kind of like scratched their heads wondering what exactly this was. So it was, yeah, so you were like the last of the generation of people that were like that. Exactly, yes. It was by the time it was over, like you were out of high school, it was starting to become accepted and kids started getting it a lot easy, having it easy on them. Which again, like I say, it's for better or, in my opinion, for worse. Because now you got, brutally honest, like kids who don't, who don't really understand what shame is, and to be embarrassed about things like that. Sometimes, which I fear for sometimes for some younger members of my extended family, like cousins and all that, who are like not even in their teens and they're like into anime and all that. I'm like, it's cool, but the thing is, like, I hope, not to like toot my own horn, I hope they grow up as someone like me, who knows when to not talk about it all the time, because there's a time and place for it. Obviously, for a lot of things, there's a time and place for it. And not to bring up, well, yeah, I guess I can bring this out as an example. There was this one My Hero Academia panel that I saw, and I'm like, oh my god, I really hope you don't become the one awkward girl who talks about their own personal ships and just make the whole convention awkward and weird. Like, I really hope that doesn't happen. But yeah, that's a little thing like that. Can you tell I'm not the absolute best with hands, but I'm trying. I actually think these came out okay. Besides, it doesn't matter because they're gonna become gloves anyway. Like, let me move her up a little bit so I can get an idea of what I'm doing. Because for the most part, I don't. And I gotta make sure, boom. Okay, you didn't see it because it's cropped out. I tend to get things to my myself, well, that's about it. Ah, that's... I guess that's why there's places like social medias and all that and Discords where you can cut loose a little bit. Okay, so let's just hold on. I'm doing that instead of trying to go for those lines and trying to go over them like I did with that one. I'm just gonna delete those first, and now I can just add a little bit. There we go. Add some glove embellishments right there. Yeah, it was certain fan, which I kind of like. I'm not a fan of, like how some people will police what they have to say and all that. So it's like, that's something I don't like talking about because it's like. So anyway, we're doing this. Let's keep on going. I can delete that and this here. Guess I can remove that. It messed you up for a long time. I'm sorry that happened, but oh well. It's one of the things like, guess you can't take things. Weirdly enough, I'm gonna quote something from a Garfield cartoon from the U.S. Acre section, which is the one that has the farm animals on it. But yeah, you can't take things back once you blurted them out. I've done that myself. I've been known to be like, for some parts of my life, and sometimes I've just been known to just be brutally honest and just say what I think. I've gotten better at not trying to like do it because I don't mean to do it, say to be mean. I was just like, it's literally a case of, what, you want me to lie to you? So yeah. Not exactly sure how this is supposed to come out, but let's just fix it. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. That is a lot better. Let's just move it a little bit. And oh, whoa, I just zoomed in like that. I wasn't expecting to do that. Okay. Just wanted to like that so I can get a good look at the boot. Gotta go like that so I can line it up. Speaking of Rouge, like again, like I said, I'm really looking forward to ending Sonic Adventure 2, finishing it off. The thing is, I decided to make a backup of it. And by that I mean, like I said, if it all goes to hell in a handbasket, then I guess I'm gonna have to just use an emulator for it, because that would be the only way for me to ensure things run smoothly, quote unquote. Or maybe it has an asterisk on there because well, the emulator, I did do it. I got it to the point where like I need to have it ready to go if I do need to, but the emulator is weird. Like it was like Shadow's eyes are a tad glitchy, but it's not enough to like really be distracting, and the views from Earth also kind of like are glitched out. I guess I feel like it has something to do with the emulator. I've always been thinking about like upgrading my baby Meong PC, because while it is really good at emulation, it's not the best, but it does play. I'm still trying to like see if it'll do Xbox 360 games, or maybe I could try that, but what I really wanted to do was try original Xbox, PlayStation 2, and GameCube games. Even though I feel like GameCube could be a little bit redundant because I do have my Wii, and I can play GameCube games. The only thing is I just don't have a memory card. I did not want to do that. Hold on, let's just... I feel like this needs to be higher up. So let me just... maybe right there. Yeah, and I can just deselect, and I can just fill in the rest. Anyway, it's like a boot, so it needs to... There we are. Yeah, that's how it is too with my PC. Like the emulator, it depends on what the game is and emulator, because some games can be high demanding and some of them are not. Because I've noticed like there are some games like on the Dreamcast that where it's completely like glitched out but playable. One of those was Shenmue. I was gonna play Shenmue 2 on let me fix this on the emulator so I could play the actual Dreamcast title of it, like, because they did release Shenmue 2 in Europe, and I was gonna play the PAL version. But this doesn't look right. I need to probably make this. Let me get this and increase the size of the foot. I need to make sure I'm selecting the whole thing. Oh yeah, like I said, it's fine. It does run. Maybe I can widen this actually. Hold on. Let's see. Edit, transform. Let's do. Where's the free transformation? So I can do that. Or maybe like, no, that's... Actually, hold on. Let me zoom out. Let me just get an idea. No, I'm not too keen on that. But anyway, I'm just trailing on and trailing off about something. I was talking about Shenmue, yeah. Like, I wanted to play Shenmue, like, granted, yes, it would have been on an emulator, but I wanted to play like the actual like game. But like I said, Rio's face was like glitched, like crazy, like. So I was like, I don't know, that would have been too distracting in my opinion for me, especially. And yet I'm gonna be playing. There's a chance I could be playing an emulator, and I said Shadow's eyes are glitched out a little bit, but then again, that's not as distracting. But yeah, I do have it ready on Sonic Adventure 2 ready on emulator. Like I said, if the game, because I highly doubt for my Dreamcast it's the console. It 100% has to be the game that's not working correctly. I think I could put that away, but I do need to give her wings. But I could probably draw that myself. Looks rough, but then again, it's a rough sketch, so. Let's see, that's how the wings look. Okay, let me just, actually, gonna be a little bit fancy. Sure, I'm gonna put that down there. I'm gonna go ahead and draw the wings on a separate layer. Let's see, how were they? Come on, they came out on the side like that. Okay, so let me just. There we go. And did they have the little... They did not have the little things on the top. I learned the 360 and PS3 are really high demand and take a bit of data. That's actually good to know. That is good to know. But I still do have my 360. Only issue is the hard drive that I have in there is starting to die. So when I had my baby Meong PC, it had a 500 gigabyte or maybe a little bit higher, like a 512 gigabyte hard drive. And I know that's not enough for the games that all the games that I want to put in it. So I luckily, through sheer luck, I'm gonna grab a drink. I managed to buy a hard drive, an SSD actually, just so it could be faster loading and all that. I was able to find one for like 70 bucks. The reason I got it so cheap is because like a lot of components, my baby Meong and my current PC and a lot of my streaming equipment, to be brutally honest, with the exception of the power supplies, they're all used. They're all like secondhand stuff that you can get for like for a lot, at least like 10-20 bucks cheaper. And that extra 10-20 bucks can go on to something else. Like I said, the only thing that wait, I already read that. Yeah. So like the hard drives that I have are all like used hard drives, and I know people are saying like that's iffy, but it's like they've been working. And considering how the prices of things like hard drives and RAM are prohibitively expensive, I really hope Ramageddon ends soon, because it is not good times. So I have the right layer. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and dupe this one. Edit, copy, edit, paste, edit, and transform. Actually, hold on. Yeah, flip horizontal. There we go. There we go, just so I can have a good idea. She's just looking like just as Morgan now. The more that I see it. But either way, that's fine. But yeah, like everything is like secondhand and all that. Just gonna delete this layer and do the exact same thing, so we don't have an optical illusion on our hands. But yeah, like all the components that I buy, like I said, with the exception of the power supply, because I've always been told like never buy a used power supply. So I always buy those at least brand new, quote unquote. I usually try to look for an open box, like one that's never been used, but it's been opened. Like opened, looked at, and just closed up and never touched. Or never used. That's how I usually try to get good deals on power supplies too. Just buy open box, and you can get them for like a little bit cheaper. I'm already thinking about upgrading my power supply. I have a 850 watt. I'm thinking I might need to go to like 1,000 or a 1,200 one. just happy that it can handle my GPU. Because while my GPU is a few generations behind, it's still a RTX 3090 with 32 gigabytes of VRAM, and it is power hungry. I believe it's like 300 watts. So, yeah, it is very power hungry. Maybe one day I'll upgrade to something else, but I got 32 gigs of VRAM to use, and it's good for like what I'm doing here. It's good for productivity. Almost thinking about like, because I have the ability to do with the motherboard, I have to buy. But if I had the money though, a second one. We just lock all these layers together, and I could move them all. Select right there. Yeah, see? So you feel oh, you can't see it, but when you're on a clip, and if you have separate layers and you want to move everything slightly, you can just go on here. There's a little box next to the eye to show that you visualize the layer, but there's another one that has a box on there. Just check mark all of those, and with that, all the layers are combined temporarily, and you can just move them around like that. Oh, I'm not gonna poo-poo a 4070. 4070 is good. I just got a 3090 mostly because around that time the 4090 was out, and I was hearing like horror stories about like how they have those different pins that you plug in, and those were known to be notoriously melting on the GPU because it's giving it was almost like the 13th and 14th gen Intel CPUs, where the CPU has a glitched out microcode that's demanding too much power, and it causes basically your motherboard to fry your PC. Kiwi, yo, this is your fault too, you know, seeing this. I think I got the rough sketch done. And how far are we in? I see if I'm looking at the clock here. It's about 55 minutes, so we're like roughly an hour in. So I think a good little while we can. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and can't see it, but I'm actually gonna save right now. I can save it as a clip format and get right to it. Hold on. There we go. You only have a 1650? Well, technically, Kiwi, that would not be an RTX. That'd be a GTX. I would say if you were to upgrade, the best like entry level would probably be like a 3060, or even a 3060 Ti. Those are good. Those are good. I mean, my brother and my nephew, who I build computers for them, they have the RTX 3060, and those can still go. I mean, my nephew plays Cyberpunk with the 3060 Ti, which was actually my old one. I'm gonna go ahead and save now this as a JPEG. Let me just and those are still good. They're very good, like entry level GPUs. Oh, you didn't have to apologize, Kiwi. That was just me being anal about things like that. But yeah, like I said, it's always like get them like. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna bust out my phone. The low profile. Oh, okay. Those are nice. I like those. Let's see. I'm checking eBay right now. RTX 3060 Ti. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, you can. They're pre-owned. If you're okay with that, but those sell for like $200 to like $230. So, well, yes, that's a good. That's quite a substantial amount. Still, it's not bad. All things considered, you know. Considering that how much is a. I'm actually gonna use Mechamoral as an example. Let's see. How much is a 4070 Super? An RTX 4070 Super with 12 gigs of VRAM costs $550, and it only goes up from there. Woo! I'm curious because I know how much I spent on mine, but I want to see if the prices went up. I'm gonna look specific brand on it because mine's is a PNY one. The prices stayed pretty much the same for mine. I had an RTX 3090, and those are ranging from like $1,200 to $1,500, which is what I spent like a little over $1,000 on mine. But yeah, okay. What was I doing? Oh yeah, there we go. Just saving this as the rough sketch. Okay, and I guess I can just now go ahead and just make that layer invisible. Now I'm gonna go ahead and merge these layers as one now. So now I can just do all that, and I can leave that there. Yeah, way before the shortages. I'm the same way with my RAM, which I am so happy with, because I got 64 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM. Let's see. I think in total was like $140 for all 4 sticks. I got 4 sticks, and I've mentioned it before. I remember I think WeSonic has that too. He has that much too, and like, dude, we are literally, and I've said it before, but I'll say it again. We are literally sitting on gold right now. They're worth their weight in gold. They are so right. RAM is so expensive. I almost forgot. I didn't draw Meong's face. Oh well. I could draw what I'm doing in the line art. Oh, I almost made a big mistake. Hold on. Layer. New layer. There we go. I almost started drawing on the on the old layer. Or on the previous layer. I almost did that. That would have been a terrible thing that I would have done. Let's see. Now let's do that, and there we go. And all I gotta do is just make sure I got the anti-aliasing correct, and I can just do that. Let's go ahead and draw the ears, and again, like I said, I'll take the earrings out because it doesn't need them. I don't know if the way the ears look like right here is absolutely correct, but that doesn't matter. I always just do it like that. This drawing ears is a pain to do, unless it's easy like that, what I just do real quick. But I'm actually gonna go ahead and do like what I said and cheat a little bit. I'm gonna copy, select delete, so edit, paste. Edit, I'm gonna transform and flip horizontal. Boom. I could just put it right there. Actually, since it looks like her head's got a slight tilt, I can do that. Yeah. Dude, Meong as a Rouge plushie. You know how I've actually have looked at like on Etsy for like people who do these things as like commissions. That's how I probably want to get like the first Meong plushie. Even though I have gone out of my way and bought something called a muslin doll, which is like a basically a, it's not even naked, it's just completely blank doll that has like a wireframe on it. And I was kind of thinking of using that to make a Meong plush out of that. The only thing that's kind of holding me back is like, man, it's the clothes. I got the fabric and all that. It doesn't have to be absolutely accurate. It just needs to be like a blue kind of floral fabric. And sewing is like one of my biggest Achilles heel, man. Like really. And when it comes to like doing that, like I'm gonna cost a lot of money to do that and have a Rouge one. Oh boy. Alright, since I got that and I got the ear one, I guess I can just keep them together. Actually, go ahead and just... No, I wasn't trying to do that. There we go. Merge. I don't need that right now. There we go. I'm gonna merge these layers. And now I'm gonna, funny enough, do another layer because I'm gonna get the hair done. So let's just that's too big. Alright, just no. Let's just do that again. There we go. It's always good to just sometimes not follow the lines exactly to a T. You don't want to become a marketable plushie? Dude, Meong would be a great marketable plushie. Like, she would just not just be just a plushie, she'd be emotional, like, and like I would love that, like, have her be like some kind of like emotional support kind of thing. Like, she's just there to just like the hug and just like, one of the things I would like to do is have like a zipper thing on her where you can like fill it, put inside her like either like a hot water bottle so she's warm on a cold day so you can comfort her, or you can put one of those little heartbeat simulators inside her. You just put her in there and she'll just have a heartbeat to help people out who are stressed out, or even then you can even use her for like a baby. No, Kiwi, don't give me ideas, because that's another thing I would say about the Meong plushie. Like, she's so like sweet and innocent that you can easily bully her. You see the way this is that some of the areas look too uniform, so I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of slim them down a bit. And I'm thinking like with the not only just like the Meong plushie, but I'm also thinking of myself. And to be honest, I would probably make myself a Fumo. Like, I think that'd be great. Just the marketable Meong plushie and the Damocles Fumo. Oh, that's not bad right there. When it comes to the hair, just like that, and then just. Oh, that did not come out good. No, just much better, much better. There we go. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and do another layer for the sideburns, which is weird that to say that she has that, but again, it's a very 90s style kind, 90s 80s kind of look. Let me remove her head for a second. Okay, then we just like that, and then we just That's actually not bad. And it gives me a lot of room to fix and adjust. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and just yes. So kind of do something like that, so it's one whole thing. So now I got quite a bit of elbow room to work with here. So I guess I can just put it right there. Now I'm actually gonna copy, edit, paste, edit, Where's the transform? I'm gonna flip horizontal. So here, I'm probably gonna go ahead and do that. I can always fix it later. Let me just. Part of me wonders if I should shrink it down a bit. Yeah. Yeah, that actually does work. You can start thinking about marketable plushies. Dude, what? I guess you probably have a legitimate reason why you're not. I'm not trying to say like, well, get out there and just start streaming. Like, if there's like something that's like preventing you in, then by all means, you don't have to like force yourself into doing it. I mean, I have streamed for a while. I used to stream like how I used to nowadays. Many, roughly like, I guess you could say like 7 or 8 years ago, but I stopped mostly because I was just focusing on my work, on my job. And I just started recently, just came back in like a year or so ago. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit over a year. So yeah. Sorry. Just clear my throat. Actually, hold on. Turning off this little fan here because all it's doing is drying my mouth. Maybe I'm thirsty. Maybe that's what it is. I'll get that. A little hair antenna. That's always kind of been a bother for me when I see it and it just ends like as a nub. I'm gonna make sure I'm on the right layer, but it's alright. It's all gonna be merged. So I'm not gonna complain too hard about it. I'm just gonna actually use this tool and just kind of darken the lines inside a bit. Alright, I can just do that, and there we go. Hold on. Okay, making sure I had the right layer. Just making sure. Okay, I guess I could just use the pen tool for this one. Just. Wait, is the pen acting up? No, it's not. Alright, so since I have that as a. Oh! Okay, that's alright. I can just go in and do that. Go back here. Apologize that it ended in nervous breakdown and quitting. But still, when it comes to like doing things like that, if you have a job, I would say still stick with it. Don't just like immediately like say you're gonna start streaming and then you're just gonna quit your job. That is not the way to go. You are going to be in trouble, financial trouble. Because I'm not saying that I know this from experience, because I never did that. I'm just saying like I've seen it. Some people who think they can just that it can just happen just like that, but you know. When it comes to like streaming nowadays, especially for me, I'd say view it as a hobby. a hobby that you want to do. Granted, it's going to be kind of an expensive hobby, but you know, like if you really want to like stream nice stuff and all that, or nicely, like, or something in a format that's halfway decent like mine, which I consider mine halfway decent, that you need to like yeah, you're gonna need like money to at least finance it, because like I said, it's gonna be an expensive hobby. I feel like nobody should really try to stream I know that I just want a hobby, plus I can think I can do it and then get some money. That's a plus. Yeah, that's how I view it too. If I get money out of this, then it's a plus. Right now, I'm just doing it mostly because, like I said, I actually do enjoy it sometimes. But they're like, again, even then, there's still sometimes where I feel like, man, I just really don't feel like streaming and all that. And then I do feel bad for tweeting out and then saying like, you know, I'm sorry, but the stream is not happening because I just didn't feel like it. I do feel bad about that, but you know, it happens. Which is why I feel like for a lot of streamers, they should it should be mandated that they should take like at least like a week off. Like at least like every 1 or 2 months, they should just take like a week off. Just so they can like decompress and like sort of reset themselves and all that, and be ready to do it again. That's how I see it. Because if you like feel obligated to stream every single day without any kind of break, I feel like you're just gonna burn yourself out. I mean, how many times have we seen like posts about VTubers with followings as smaller than mine? Because I'm like nearing like 600, but you still get VTubers who went out of the way to get like a rather nice model, and they only get like about or under 100 followers, and they just make a long rant about how like I'm quitting and all that. When they something like that, it almost makes me feel like your heart wasn't in it. Like it almost, I kind of like, while a part of me wants to sympathize, there's another part of me that's like raises an eyebrow when they do things like that, because it makes me feel like you weren't in it to just to enjoy streaming and all that. It almost seems like you were in it for the money, which is never the right thing to do. You never just, I mean, there are some avenues on things like that where like, yeah, I'll do it for the money, but with something like that, it doesn't come off, you don't come off as a good person when it comes to that. You don't look good when you and they're saying like, yo, no, it was for the money. Even though, like, again, like I said, there are some things where it's like, I mostly think about streaming on weekends, like Thursday to Saturday. Yeah, that's a good schedule. Like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's how I am. But I'm Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I usually try to stream at 7 or 11, depending on the day. Because for the time being, that's when I usually have my free time, like, which is around like 7 o'clock and later, depending on the day. But sometimes I have to stream earlier than that, or stream like on a at 7 in the afternoon, because I have work the next day in the morning. So usually when it's an afternoon stream, or like a 11 o'clock stream, that usually means I don't have work the next day and I can stay up late. How does that hair look? It looks fine. Also, Kiwi, in the following weeks, we need to really like try that But we need to try to find a way to gift Blossom that golf game, because I went ahead and bought it. It was like at a cheap price, so I just went ahead and got it. There's also that other one, like something walking or something like that. I want to try to get that too, because I do remember like hearing Blossom talking about like when it comes to like the friend slop games that supposedly she's burnt out from like the horror games, all that like Repo and Lethal, which like I can understand that. So I do like playing Lethal though. Even though still for me, like when I start doing the collabs and all that, even with you guys that I know you, like I still like am like, even when I'm starting to, when I had the week off and I came back, I had the pre-stream jitters, I guess is what you would call it. Oh, you got it for free on PS5. Oh, okay. Is it cross-plat? That's what I was wondering. I know I got the... Oh, it is cross-plat. Okay, that's cool. That's good to know, actually. Because, like I said, there's also the golf game, which did catch my attention. I'm like, wow, look at that. Hold on. Which one? Which layer is it? It's this one. I can... There we go. That's better. Maybe I should draw her face. I'll do that on a separate layer. Hold on, let's go up. Layer. The rest of layer. Right here, okay. I forget I have this little option I could do. Let's see. Okay, yeah, right there, and I can just... Too big. It's a little bit better. Let me just go ahead and just do that. Okay, that's at 150. Make sure the erasers itself is at... Actually, no, I'm gonna shrink that down to... That's what it gives me some elbow room to... Where I got ready and may ask, I should make a merch based on the journey and follow, but I'm not even close. Where everyone is, there is reason and sources to say not even close. Everyone, even small follow, get that thing. Okay, I'll just leave the eyes as it is. Yeah, I could gives me a chance to actually fix her eye a little bit. Okay, then we just edit, paste, edit, transform, flip horizontal. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, I think that works. Okay, that's and this is the sideburn area, I can just use this area to just that. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. Oh, there we go. Gives me a chance to do that and just kind of. Oh, I cut to that. Oh, okay. There you go. I'll copy that for now. I just did that just so I can. There we go. Like deselect, edit. Now it's paste that, and now we can edit layer. No, edit, transform. Flip this horizontal. Okay, now I can just add and just. There we go. Yeah, Sonic is important. I have seen that. I've seen some people use like, I guess it was like a bug where they have they had Knuckles wearing Piccolo's cloak and he was just aura farming the whole time. I've never ever touched Fortnite. I never have, which is, I guess, I wonder if people find that weird that I've never touched it. Well, either way, I need to draw more of her face. So let's actually hold on. Let's get these eyes here. Let's do that, and let's just merge these right now. There we go. I can use that to get something like that in here. Let me get that actually be a little bit smaller. Oh god, yeah, see, it's doing it. See that? Let me just tap the pen, and that just works, I guess. See, I was thinking about just having her like that's so cute on her. Look at her just like. But no, we're not gonna do that. She's gonna be a little bit. Arrogant about it. Actually, let me just see if I can move that around a bit. Yeah, I feel like the Battle Royale kind of gameplay is like really like overplayed. I feel like I need to move that more. Not that! That. Looks like I'm like, that's too big. Let's do that. Maybe I add a little bit of that, and also just I should zoom in on that, and also do that so it's a little bit easier, and make that a little bit smaller. I can just maybe even go as far as to do that. There we go. There we go. She's actually confident. All right, time to keep on keeping on. So it's Maybe down here. Okay. Huh. Huh. That's a little bit better. No, that's a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and actually just. Wait, where's that at? Ah, I just realized What layer did I do that on? Hold on, what layer is that? Not that. Not that. Not that. Not that. There it is. Okay, it's this layer. Is it? Yes, it's that layer. Okay. I was on the wrong layer. Maybe do a little bit of a jaunty angle. Just there we go. And do what I was going to do and just kind of go in there and just get rid of that and fix that a little bit. There we are. Hey, 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 whoa. Okay. Alright, sure. That was weird. Oh well. Let's just get right back to it. No, 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 no. See how that looks. Not bad. Looks like I just need to fill that and just slightly just adjust. Slight fix. There we are. Alright, alrighty. I just whoo. Part of me wonders if I can again, just so I can have just the symmetry. Edit, obviously, like edit, and also I feel like doing it like this saves me a headache of doing it again and again and again and again and again. Also, it gives you a chance to actually right there. That's about right. Okay, cool. That works. That works for me. I can just go down here. And go up here and just go over and just fill in the blank. There we go. It's actually not looking too bad. One thing's missing though, is this. I need to do it right. That's my way of drawing it to make it look like her bust size is actually quite shallow, because that's just how I drew her. She is the embodiment of flat as justice. Alright, maybe I can just try here. Since this is on a different layer, it'll be easy to work on. Here we are, and just there we go. Don't need to fill up every line, just the ones that work. Here we are. Since it's in that layer, I can actually just edit, copy, select, deselect, edit, paste, edit, transform, and flip horizontal. There we go. Again, like, that's gonna save me a headache. That gives me a chance to actually just a little bit. There we go. This right here, and here we are. It's that layer. Okay, making sure I got the right layer. Let's clear my throat. Okay, is it doing it? Yes, it is. Okay, I had a feeling. Hold on. That's better. Now I can just that and just. Maybe I could just That's better. That is a lot better. Okay. I'll do the same thing here. So let me just I'll just That's a lot nicer. Let me go ahead. Oh. This little line that I had here that I apparently drew is actually quite alright. Let's just see how it looks without the. Okay, okay. Winning solo is that bad? You're just do good, I guess. That's my assumption on that. Wait, what layer am I gonna do? I'll just do it on that. I'll just do it on this layer. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Now it's just here. Maybe not. All right. Maybe I can just do that a little bit. Maybe that should fix it a little bit. There we are. Maybe this. Kind of looking at this and thinking maybe a little bit. That's a little bit better. Maybe a tiny bit. Just. Yeah. There we go. All right. Now we can just here. There we go. It's a little bit better. No, I need to zoom in here. Okay, I can just zoom out a little bit here. Oh, wait, is it doing it again? Yes, it is. Okay, let's just A little bit too like that, and that's a lot better. There we go. Hold on, I can fix that. Yeah, that works for me. Now this side. Might have to delete some areas there, but that's fine. Which layer was it though? This one. Okay. There we go. I'm just gonna. There we are. I've been playing Marvel Rivals, then Overwatch plus Marvel Rivals got me. Funny enough, I actually uninstalled Rivals because I just wasn't playing it. Like, it was just taking up hard drive space. Like, it's better that I just got rid of it. Ugh, depend. Please, stylus, work with me. Oh my god, is it doing it? It's doing it again. Oh my god, this is getting stupid now. And it's doing that, like, more than I wanted to. Anyway, I forgot to erase that. Yeah, like, I did a lot of summer cleaning, I guess, on my hard drive just to get rid of, just to save hard drive space. And like I said, I just needed space. Like I said, I got rid of a lot of games that, like, I just didn't really care for anymore because, like I said, I don't know if I'm ever gonna play that again. You know what? I realized I went on a tangent about a lot of things that I've just rambled on about just during this stream. I'm gonna grab another drink right now. Hold on. And I was talking about Sonic Adventure 2, how I have it ready on emulator also, like, just in case Sonic Adventure 2 doesn't work on my Dreamcast. And I just wanted to, like, go ahead and, because you've seen me suffer when I was playing it. I did not like Ruji Stage Mad Space. Oh my god, that stage is so annoying. Like, you don't, like, I couldn't believe how annoying that stage got. Like, there's first off, the map is so big, everything is spread out, you're given, like, the most vague of clues to find the Master Emerald pieces. Like, ugh. Like, how did I even do it from before? And I'm not talking about, like, a recent stream I did. I'm talking about like when I played the game as a kid. Well, then again, I didn't have internet when I was a kid, so guess I just had a lot of free time. Hold on, let me just... The boots is the best part. You would say that. Well, I was starting to get to work on the other one. I realized, oh, I'm not done here. Oh my god, this pen is doing it again. Oh, is it? No. That's just me. Hold on. Like there, so I'll probably need to put it right there. That's a lot better. Hey, there we go. That's a lot better. Yeah, I know what you like. You know, you showed me a lot of what you like with Shenmue 2. But then again, like I said, Joy is cute though. But then again, there's also Shu Ying, who went under the name Tao Li Shou. Like her, like I see her, I'm like, dude, that's a wife right there. And like I said, later in the year, I am gonna continue Shenmue 3. I was gonna try to play it sooner, but again, like I said, near the end of the stream, I was told, no, don't get that one. Don't get that one. Get the enhanced version when it comes out. So I'm like, all right. So I'm waiting on that. So waiting for that to come out. So until then, I'm playing Blue Stinger, which I hate admitting. I was enjoying myself playing it. Sailor Jupiter? Nah, Mercury's better. Let's see. No, not that layer. I don't want to do that on that layer. I can do that on this layer, just so I can delete stuff. Oh, I don't know if you heard that. I just popped my neck. That felt good. There we go. Just dull that out a little bit. Just do a little fixing on the lines. Oh, there we go. There we are. Not happy how that started to just squiggle out like that. And here, I kind of want to make the edges less rounded, and I just noticed that, so that needs to be fixed. Aha, see? It starts to squiggle out like that. Like, no. We're not having that. So let me just redo that. There we go. Oh, not that tool. Wasn't happy to... I was starting to look at it. I'm like, I'm not happy how that looks, so I'm just gonna. There we go. It's a lot sharper and a lot nicer. So. Now I'm gonna edit, copy, select, deselect, edit, paste, edit, transform, free. No, not free transform. We're gonna flip horizontal. That's what we're gonna do. I think here I can just... No! I didn't want to do that! I didn't want to do the fill tool. There we go. I just completely did not understand the kind of conversation you guys were just having right now, but now I see. No, I meant Sailor Mercury from Sailor Moon, since he brought out Jupiter. I just realized I just kind of... There we are. Now I can just remove that. I just realized something, yeah. There we go. And this... Aha! Now back to this layer. Okay, there we go. I see this. I can probably try to fix that. There we go. I think I can. Anyway, and there's the line art. We got it, that line art done. Like people wonder where there's our main color. Main color is green or element is lighting. You can cook, clean, and do other things by yourself. And if someone bullies me, you can kick their. I just like Mercury because she's smart. I just like smart girls. I have a thing for that. Also, when they're like very like quiet and very sweet, like how Mercury is. Actually, I think I should now try to do this. There we go. Actually, before I do that, I'm actually yeah. It's probably better I do that. So let me now just go ahead and save this as a. saving this as a, we're saving it back as a clip format. So now I'm gonna file. Now I'll save this as a JPEG and I'm gonna rename it. There we go. Oh, I got that as a line art. So now we can just new layer. I can bring her back out so I can use color reference. Not that. What am I doing? Oh, I had the wrong tool. Put her right here and just shrink her down a bit. Okay, it's going to be this layer. Alright, so now we gotta... First off, sure I got the right thing. Just right under her lip. There we go. Now let's just go right here. Let's fix that anti-aliasing and you can just begin the coloring. Well, base coloring for now. I'm gonna do something real quick. Layer, new layer. I'm gonna do this for a second just so it's a lot easier on my eyes. There we go. There we go. Back to picking the color, make sure I'm on the right layer, and there we go. See, I just forgot to fill the line there, but that's okay. We can just roll with it. Besides, like I said, the color ends right there, so... Also, since I'm doing it... Oh, boy. Since I'm doing it this way with the anti-aliasing, it's better to do round areas like that, just so the whole area is filled, so there isn't little tiny pixel-sized areas where there's no color in it. We go. If I'm not talking, then don't worry. I'm not mad at you guys. I'm just getting focused here. I wonder if I just bump my microphone with my pen. Right, go up here. I just saw that, so I'll just go like that. And just let me shrink that down a bit. There we go. Make sure. Just sure it's all... Oh, I see a little bit out there, and that's also why I have the dark area, so I can see if I got over the line a little bit. Oh, I just saw two right here. Okay, they'll leave a little bit like that because it's going to be the other brushes will make it fit. Here we are. No, we'll just leave that as such. There we go. I think that's enough for me to just do that. Yeah, there we go. Not forget her ears. Gotta make sure to get those too. Just saw that. There we go. I think I can. Oh, there we go. Go right up. Let's go right here. All right. I think that's all the skin that she has, that she shows. Just that. All right. Now all I gotta do is get her hair and her eyes. That's for later. Let's get the hair. Since I did a lot of stuff right here, I don't need to redraw over that. I can just do something like this. Let me actually check to make sure. Yeah, see, that's the thing. You gotta make sure it's at least overlapping and touching, because if it was slightly like that when you do the paint bucket, it'll just not work. So you gotta make sure to do that. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Let me actually. There we go. There we go. Gonna do this. I don't have to worry about trying to get like super embellished lines. I can do that later. But I'll do something like there at least. Make sure those are, yes they are. And it's not overlapping. So that's good. That's good. And be check all videos and ideas in the future based on virtual band. Oh, okay. Okay. It's gonna. There we go. There we go. Now let's just check. Okay, that works. All right, those sections of hair are done. Let's go ahead and just do here. Go, and I should just be able to, there we go, let's fill that in. I can do that for now with these bits at least. Here we are. All right. You need to wake up early? Okay, that's cool, Kiwi. You take care of yourself, okay? Go get some sleep. I'll be here doing this. There you go. Here we are. I see that. I'm gonna go ahead and just there we go, just fill in that line. And right back at it. There we go. Okay. And I believe by process of elimination, that should be it for the color, base color of the hair. To see if this works. Yes, it worked. All right, so now, let's go ahead and do a different layer. Let's try to get the eyes done. Try to do that in a separate layer, but they need to be white. But I plan on doing it like this. And let's see, edit, transform, retransform. Let's just kind of there we go. I'll now do some correcting later. I'll just do some correcting here. Let's do that and just Go. Copy. Edit. Paste. And now edit. Oh, no! Didn't want to do that. Hey, whoa. Edit. Transform. Flip that horizontal. Aha, I see. I see. I need to delete that and two just do that. There we go. I think with that, I'm gonna go ahead and not in the stream yet. Don't worry. I'm just gonna merge those together. There we go. There we go. The Yakuza zombie spinoff. You know what the ironic thing is? I was actually starting to enjoy myself playing that game, so I'm actually looking forward to it tomorrow. It's what it is a launch title. When the Dreamcast came out. So it is jank. So but it like I said, it's enjoyable. It is genuinely like unintentional comedy. But like I said, it's great. It's actually great. Though I heard like the game is notorious for having like unskippable cutscenes though. Which I feel like could be an issue because maybe there's like a boss that's like super hard and it has a long cutscene and all that. I'm wondering if that's a thing. I've seen playthroughs of it, but only up so far, up to where I am. So tomorrow when I play it's gonna be new territory. I just realized I think I got the hair down. Okay, so now we gotta actually get some coloring on here. Actually, hold on. Before we do that, we need to do something about your eyes, Meong, because they're freaking me out. I need to get... There we go. Okay, making sure I had it on the right layer. I was gonna be like, oh no, did I do it on the wrong layer? There we are. Ah, okay. I see that. Another like Dreamcast zombie game I recommend, and I'm gonna see if I can try to play it for around Halloween time, is going to be Zombie Revenge. That's actually a crazy one. It's like a different take on House of the Dead. Because I think from what I heard, like it's in the House of the Dead universe. Alright, let's get that. And yeah, we can use this and just do that, making this color. Actually, should it be pink? Should that be pink? Or should it be white? Either way, let's start with this. Oh, that's too big. Hold on. Oh boy, went over the line, but that's okay. Put a little bit over here too. House of the Dead in arcade, yeah, that's the best way to play it. God, I miss arcades, like especially the way they used to be. They used to be so much fun. And I'm not talking about a barcade. Nah. I don't drink, so that's barcades is just meh. I'm talking about a legitimate arcade. In my neck of the woods, we did have one, but it's gone now. It's been gone for like maybe 15 years. And now it's just a bar area, which I'm like, ugh. Being next to a Jurassic Park arcade shooter. Is that? I think I've seen that. Oh god, it's gonna fill. There we go. Okay, what? Ah, see what I meant? See, there's a tiny gap like that. That will happen. So it's better to just kind of just do that. Fill in the area right there, and then you can just hit the paint bucket, and boom, right there. There we are. We had the Halo arcade machines. Like, those are too new for me. Like, things like that. Like, I'm like, when it comes to like arcade games that are based off like video game properties that were already like established on a console. That's weird to me. Alright, but then again, that is bothering me, so I'm gonna go ahead and just... There we go, that's better. Here, there we go. I can grab the color again, and get on this side. Ooh, I just noticed that too. This too. Let's go up here and just... Oh wait, I forgot to... There we go. There we are. Make sure I got the right layer and just... Shaboom! Go ahead and do this. Let me just There we go. That's better. Yeah, like Marvel vs. Capcom. Are you talking about the first one or the second one? Or is the answer yes? Because I have seen and played on both. On the arcade and on console, to be honest. Like, I have my team, my main team, which I do like, on Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which consists of BB Hood, Morgan, and Jean. Some people say that's low tier, but I'm playing it, I'm like, God damn it, I'm having fun. There we go, got that. Oh, my eye right now. Oh, the first one, yeah, I do like the first one. I've played that one too. I got my first experience on that one at an arcade too. And it wasn't just like a regular small arcade, it was a big screen one too. It was sick and it was so loud. Like, I played that one at an arcade at a mall. And it was like right at the entrance too, so you could hear that from like 100 feet away. Like, it was loud. Alright, now let's see. Let's grab there. And let's get this area here. I might need the lighter color for that one, because let's see. Oh, this will work too. I can differentiate. Hold on, did I checking if I went over the line? Oh, I didn't. Spider-Man and Mega Man. I was Mega Man and Gene, though I did. Oh, I just realized there's this little bit of a thing right here. Let me just delete that. I always like, sometimes I flexed a little bit because I know the code to get Roll, even though technically she's like the worst character in the game. Okay, just checking to see if my pen is cooperating. It's you highlight to get Roll. You highlight Zangief. Then you go right, down, down, right, down, down, right, up. Wait. Oh wait, it's no. You go. Yeah. I think you highlight Zangief. You think he's on the upper right corner. So you go you highlight, I think Zangief, I think he's on the upper right corner. You go to the higher upper right corner and you go left, down, right, down, left, up, right, right, and boom, she's right there next to Mega Man. I even knew the code for Lilith because it's very similar. You have to go up to the upper right corner, go left, down, right, up, down, left, up, right, left, down, right, up, left, down, right, down. I believe. But I do know the code though. I do know the code. I can guarantee you that I know the code. The how to unlock Roll. And Lilith too. I noticed this right here. Maybe I can just... There we go, just fix that. Go make sure I got the pen tool selected. Alright, I don't need to worry about that. I can just actually make sure. Hard to tell. Oh, yeah, there's a bit of a gap. That's enough to cause a problem. So let's just... That, okay. Wait a second. I just realized. Hold on. Let me... There we go. There we go. There we go. That's a lot better. Okay, now I can just go down here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Let's see. I think we're in the clear. Let me just go ahead and do all that. Now to just make sure. Actually, hold on. Let me just. Did I see a little? There we go. I think I can zoom out a little bit so I can do this a lot faster. Okay, yeah, Mega Man is on the thing of, haha, I was right! Huh, now I feel better about myself. But I still go on record saying, like, yes, I know the roll code, and I know Roll and Lilith. Even though there are other characters too. There's Orange Hulk, which I believe is supposed to be the thing. There's Gold War Machine, which I believe is supposed to be Iron Man. There's Red Venom, which is supposed to be Carnage. There's also Shadow Lady also. And I believe that's all the hidden characters. Even though I heard there is a way to play Onslaught though, but I've never been able to get that though. Alright, I got this, so all I gotta do is just... Boom, right there. I deserve a little drink for all that. There we go. Alright, now let's that so we can get the gloves. And up here too. Get this first. There you go, and just by just doing these two areas, theoretically we should be able to just hit the fill button and just there we go. All right, now I just think I should zoom in a little bit. Oh, I just saw that. So I'm just gonna, there we go. Right, so here I don't have to worry about trying to get every nook and cranny there. I can just do this. Let me just do that just to make sure everything's gonna be filled up. There we go. Let me just... Oh, nope, nope. That's gonna fill up. Okay. Aha! See, that was enough to... There we go. That should do it. Now I should be able to... Nope, I'm still missing something. Okay, hold on. Let me... Let's see. Ah, it's right here. Okay. Let's just make sure. No, that area is closed, but I'll go ahead and let's do that. And now I should. There we go. Yeah, Roll is cute. Did you hear, like, for Pragmata, they're gonna be releasing Mega Man and a Roll skins for Hugh and Diana? What is this line here? Whatever. Actually, I don't like the way that looks, so I'll just go ahead and just... There we go. I'll fill that in. Go back here. Get that. Alright. That filled in? Yes, it is. Okay. Go right here. Now let's see that. No, it did not. It's a slight little... That should do it. Alright. You can look it up. It's they announced it. I think it was during the Mega Man thing. Like, they have Hugh and Diana skins where Diana is Roll, which is what a lot of people wanted, and they have Hugh. People were like wondering what the hell is all this with Roll, not Roll, with Hugh in the Mega Man costume. I'm like, I had to tweet it because like it's exactly what it is. It's literally Hugh wearing a big Mega Man costume. Like, I don't know what they're upset about. That's exactly what they said they were gonna. They're taking it quite literally. That's what you wanted, so that's what you're getting. Hugh in a literal Mega Man costume. Oh boy. Let me just delete that. Yeah, his face, it's incredible, right? I'm pretty sure like when he it like retracts like all the other ones that he has. And dude, the Diana as Roll is like, that is way too cute. It's way too cute. So I don't know if I'll be able to get it in time. I almost feel like I should wait. And but I do like the costume that I got for Diana right now. I think it was you had said it that she looks like Penny Gadget. She really does. Oh jeez, computer, come on, cooperate with me. Oh well, they didn't cause any disasters. So okay, let me just go and wheel that up. Boom. I also realized that there's... That just ends like that, so... I think I have an idea what to do with that, so... I'll deal with that in a little bit. Actually, I should zoom in a little bit more. There we go. Oh boy, oh boy. Just went over the lines a little bit. That's okay, I can just do that. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Okay, okay. But it's all still good. I can still just go down here. When you were 10 years old. I think we all did. Like, we all had a crush on Roll when we were little kids. No, for me, it was a different Roll. It was the one that was from the 90s Ruby Spears cartoon, where they aged her up a little bit. Though I will admit the cartoon wasn't that great. But I do like it. I still enjoy it though. Alright, alright. That... Oh, just... There we go. Wow, it's actually starting to come together. And this comes back to here. I'm thinking about coloring these bows white. Alright, that should mean I should be able to... Yeah! Oh no! Uh-oh. Let me just... do that. Now we should be able to... There we go. There we go. Yeah, white or pink does work. I just try to like color match it. I figured I would just go with the white since... One thing, she already has like the pink ones right there. But I'm thinking like... Since I didn't draw the ears, like the bat ears and all that, I figured this would like be a good little stand-in. Oh boy, that kind of went really over the line there. So just... Let me zoom in. There we go. Okay, okay. Let me just. Here we go. Yeah, make sure. Aha. Okay. Okay, that's just to make sure. And oh, that helped me out too. That helped me out that there's a little boom right there. All right, now let's see. We got the bottom of these shoes, so let's try. Let's see. Let's do that. Go, miss. Hey, yeah, that works. Well, I was just about to do the paint bucket tool, but then I realized there's this area. So, here we go. Zoom in right here. There we go. Now I should be able to just... There we go. Now all I gotta do is get the wings. Alright, let's see. It's gonna be... I think we'll go with that color. For the base color, I mean. Oh boy, yeah, I'm gonna need the... Oh, I just noticed that too. Let me get rid of that. You just go ahead and just fill in the areas right there. Go ahead and grab this color again. This color, actually, I might need to change it to that. That's better. That's much better. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Now I should be able to just... There we are. Now to go up here. Actually, that's actually now starting to bother me. So let's just go ahead and... I forgot about the anti-aliasing. Just... There we go. Let me just go ahead and grab that color. There we go. There we go. Let me get closer. That's bothering me too. But first, let me just... But at first, so I have the color. Now let's just... There we go. There we are. There we are. No! Long layer! Oh, that was scary. There we are. There we are. Just make sure everything is lined up. All right, all right. Oh, my back. I need to... I needed to pop my back for a second. Let's go ahead and just fill this area up. There we are. There we go. Let's see. I should be able to just... Yes! Alright. Now to do the same thing here. Yes. All right. I was gonna see if I needed to fix it, but it's dark enough where it doesn't affect. It does. It like hides it. It's like an optical illusion. All right. Okay. Now to get here. Yeah, okay. There we go, making sure. Build every nook and cranny. Oh, see, like that. Just go in there and just fill it up. Well, she has the smirk because the last time I had her like in a cosplay kind of outfit, I made her look incredibly embarrassed and awkward. So here I decided to just make her a little bit more confident. That's exactly why I did it. Alright, now I should just be able to just go right here and do all that. And just... Yes! Alright. And there we go. We got the base colors done, so let me just do that. Actually, I think I'll leave that. Alright, there, file. Save as. Let's see, where is it? Saving this as a clip format first, And now I'm gonna save it as a JPEG. I gotta type it. FGGH Z51 on the YouTube side, yes. Well, actually, no. You have there are 2 viewers on that side. Somebody is just lurking and just watching, which is cool. So that's all good. That's all good. It's all good. On the Twitch side, we do have 1 person, but yeah, like I said, like it's all good. It's all good. Oh wait, what was I doing again? Oh yeah. Here we go. It's saving progress. Alright. Alright, and here comes the... Oh yeah, I forgot I did the eyes in a separate layer. Okay, anyway, let's select color gamut. Oh, it's way down here. I was like wondering, where is it? It's right here. There we go. Now let's go back to here and just right there, and now we can get to the real exciting part where we get to do the finer details. Barnacles? What do you mean by that, man? You're talking about like you like being like I'm like looking for bragging rights about being the only streamer? No, I'm playing, man. But it's all good. Like I said, it's all good. It's all good. Like, it's not like you're missing much. It's just me drawing my OC as Rouge the Bat because I made a promise in this and like, you draw her as Rouge the Bat. You should draw her dressed as Rouge the Bat because I was playing Sonic Adventure 2 and I'm like, alright, I guess I'll do it. And here we are. Woo! Hold on. Ah! Oh god, what am I doing? Go. I know it was a suggestion, Mechamaru, but still. It's turning out way better, and unlike like the last art stream, I was like, you know what, I'm kind of looking forward to doing it. Even though I will admit, the last one I did, it actually yielded a pretty good result despite all things considered. Just because I just chose to just be experimental and stuff like that, and it actually came out pretty nice. If I put that on a t-shirt, would you buy it? Would people buy it? Because I might do it. I don't know if I'd be able to put this here with her as Rouge the Bat. Because, you know, copyright and all that. Alright, we got that. Now just get the spray thing and we can just soften some areas. Actually, hold on. Let me do this again. Alright. And, oh. Okay. Alright. There we go. That's a lot better. It's a little bit harsher than I was expecting, but now I got it. Might have to do some fixing, but that's all good. I can take care of this. Ah, that's actually a lot nicer. There we go. If no joke, if you you can see it advertised on my the left side of my head. I do have stuff available. It should be like on this QR code above. That should lead you to my T public link. That's what it is. It's that's what the store is. But I'm not pressuring you. Like, I'm not expecting you to buy anything. It's all good, man. It's all good. Like, if you say like I can't afford that right now, then dude, don't worry. Nothing to worry about, man. It's all good. It's all good. There we go. Just kind of also use this to fix some things. Okay. Now we oh no, do not do that. Let's just grab that. And let's go, just kind of like add some highlights. But she also has her blush, which goes like so. And you know what I realized? I forgot to give her these. So let me just... Actually, no, we're not going to do it with that. Okay, make sure I got it correctly. Because we got to do it like this. Yeah, and yes, I am doing it on this layer, so it's more visible. There we are. Now we can go back here. Back there. Go back here and just give her blush. And let's just zoom out a little bit. Now we can just shrink that a bit, and then we can just... There we go, there we go. I was starting to have doubts on it, on this work, but now I'm starting to gain more confidence on it. It's just because I'm adding the finer details, like all the shading and all that. That really, like, again, like, it really starts to come to life when you do that, because it makes it pop so much. All right, now let's There we go. Actually, hold on. There's this, so let me just... That's much better. No, I wasn't sure about that. Like peeking t-shirts? Okay, cool. Feel free to browse around. I drew a lot of dumb shit on that. Like, I just don't advertise it as much because I have these things on the upper left of my head, which I feel like does the advertising for me. And again, like I said, I don't like feeling like you're obligated to buy my shirt. Yeah, you shouldn't be obligated, man. It's like, it's all good. Actually, hold on, let me. That's better. There we go. Alright, that's done. Now we're gonna select color gamut and get the hair. Here's where it really starts to pop. Yeah, we can use this one. We can just... Oh, let me just... You look at it, but that's alright. That's like I said, it's all good. Oh my goodness, my tailbone. I'm like been sitting here for like 2 hours already. 3 actually, now that I saw the time. I'll make sure to just fix that one once we get there. I feel like I should correct some things. Let me just zoom in here, because that's better. Oh ho! Look at that, see? There we go. Yes, that's exactly what it was. Even though it wasn't green, it was brown. It was clear. All right, that's that area. Now I gotta continue on. Let's see. All right, now to just. Okay, just making sure I don't like the way that looks. That looks better. Hold on, let me just. There we go. Let me fix that. There we go. All right. Now to get even lighter. Right now, I just shrink that a bit. Let's see. Yeah, that looks. Okay, yeah. I don't need that one. So let me just now go ahead and just. Now we can top it off with. Eh. Okay, now let's take a look. All right. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Maybe if I just add a little bit of... Just a little bit right here, too. Alright, now to take care of this area, because I said I was going to. Don't need to go too overboard. We can just do a two-tone on this one. There we go. Alright. But we're not done yet, because we need to get these areas now. Let me just, Oh, not that pen. That one. There we go. Let's see, maybe we can just cut that off right there and just redraw it so it's a lot more softer, like that. There we are. I'm glad to hear about that, Mecha Marvel. Like, I went through a lot of trial and error just to try to make her look like, well, yeah, like I said, she has fans. She's very fan servicey. I mean, look at her. She has her hips and the side right here all out like that. So, of course, like that. She has that kind of appeal. But like I said, she was mostly just meant to be cute. And I think I'm glad to think that I accomplished that. Okay. Thank you for calling, like in the title of her, because I actually came up with that. I think I got the hair done now, so I think it's time to get to the eyes. So let me just do that. And just, I think I can actually go zoom in on her face right here. I can get a darker color. It's probably gonna be barely, just barely noticeable, but it'll make me feel better. Now to just do that. Okay, making sure. Alright, now get the eyes. So I got that, I can just... Actually, hold on, I need to grab this first. A little bit bigger, maybe like that. or deeper in. Now to just take this and just actually I think we need to make that a little bit smaller, but first off let's do that later actually. I think I need to do this first. Zoom in. Whoa. There we go. That's one of them. And now they get the other one. And the other one. There we go. Actually, hang on. Yeah. A little bit bigger. We can just down here. And maybe no, right here. Actually, hold on. I realize I knew something was slightly off. I forgot about here. Okay. There we go. Okay, now. There we go. Now the eyes look like how they should. I've always said it too, but it really happens when you put when you actually add color to the eyes and all the details. They actually do start to come alive when you do that. Alright, so I think we're nearing the home stretch. All we gotta do is get the costume now. So instead of relying on that Rouge pick for reference, I'm just gonna grab that and just kinda... First off, I'm gonna... Oh wait, I'm on the wrong layer. There we go. Make sure I was on the right layer first. And just gonna pick this color here and then just kind of fiddle with it until I can get a color that I can agree with. So let me just... Here we are, and now I can just... Actually, let me just do this also. There we are, and then we just... There we go. Now I can just grab this. Let's get a little bit bigger brush. Actually, hold on. Let me do that. There we go. There we go. Just get this. There we go, that kind of works. And thank you for agreeing that Meong has very pretty eyes. Like, I actually like them. They're not as, like, detailed as, like, I see other VTubers' eyes. But I like them. I feel like they have a personality in of themselves also. Alright, now I did that. Now to just kind of do something like this. There, and also down here, this one's gonna need that, and let's see. There we go, and I think right here we can just add something like that. The color? Oh, thank you for liking the color too. I wanted something that was different. Like, again, like something that was different, so I went for they were originally gonna be like blue eyes, and then I went for like green, and I kind of like just put them both together. If it was like, if you're thinking of like any kind of specific color, it would probably either be like turquoise or surf blue. That's what color they are. Alright, I think that's done with that with the pink area. So now let's color gamut. Let's take care of that. This one should be pretty easy. So let's just actually select the color first and just go like that. Oh yeah, cool. Great minds think alike, I guess. Alright, now, oh, I almost forgot here. we go. Now I can just now go over here. Alright, now to just actually hold on. Whoa, I need to grab. I want to grab this color and do some fixing here because that. Ugh. Now to this and just how to just grab that and let me just do this. Oh boy, that's really big. Let me. Oh god, is it doing it again? It is. All right, I think. Oh wait, oh now I just. Now to go down here. No, that's not necessary. And I think actually. Yeah, that helped actually. That helped a lot. Just here we go. Yeah, yeah. All right, all right. Okay, now we can continue onwards. Select color gamut. Let's get these wings done. Let's see. Select this color and just go right here. No, I know I'm gonna need a bigger brush for that. Okay, anyway, I kind of got distracted because I think my elbow bumped my phone here, which has Twitch thingies going on, so I think I may have pressed something by accident. I was like looking at it, what is this? But I think we're good. Alright, I think I need to get closer now. Alright, now they go here. Alright, now we can just... There we go, and then we just go a little bit brighter. No. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna use this instead. First, make sure I grab the right color. I can use the spray. All right, now let's that, and let's do a little fixing right here. There we go. All right, those wings are done, and we are actually almost finished here. All right, let's select the color gamut here now. Let's grab the color and there we go. Now I gotta do is just do this. Let's just shrink that down so I can just. So let me just now just do this and. There we go. Actually, let's okay, I had to grab the right color. There we go. Go. Now let's do one final thing. Let's just thank you, Mecha Marvel. I always like kind of like have a little bit of doubt on myself, but sometimes I like I think I did fairly well. I think it's because of the thick lines that I use. Like you see a lot of like artwork nowadays, and it's usually just very very thin lines and all that. Let me just go ahead and just add some last second ablations, I guess. So this is, I guess that's the right term for it. I don't know. Yeah, there we are. Okay, now it's just a matter of. Oh wait, no wait, we are not finished. Still need to get this. Oh no, need to select color gamut. There we go. Woo! We were almost finished, but we are almost finished. But I almost jumped the gun, so now we gotta do that. Then we actually just zoom in right there. Go. Now to just do some correcting. Let's grab that. There we go. It shows, yeah, it does do that. Plus, like I said, I guess when it comes to anime, I'm an OG, so I'm used to like seeing stuff with like thick lines and all that. So that's what I use. Actually, yeah. There we go. I think that is that. So let me just check. Kind of wondering, should I just... Oh wait, I need to invert that. There we go. I was wondering if I should leave that or not, but I'm like deciding, like, you know what, go ahead and just... Okay, now to just... There we go. And I think, yeah, there we go. I think that is it. What we got here. Now all I gotta do is just go right. I'll do it right here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Like, pen, work with me here. See, it is 8, 25, 26. And there we are. So let me go ahead and just file, save as. Hold on, let me at least save this also as the clip format. Where is it? Right here. That sound is normal, don't worry about it. Let me go ahead and close that. File, save as. Now let me go ahead and just do this here. Saving it as a JPEG. And I'm gonna go ahead and remove these backgrounds. File, save as. I'm gonna save this also as a PNG. There we go. Let me go ahead and just close that. There we go. And let's get ready for a bit of a talky bit at the end. Let me go ahead and just close this. Oh boy, I'm dropping my stylus. Put it back where it belongs. There we go. Let me just... Now I just gotta do is just, I'm gonna turn off this mic, then I'm gonna turn on the other one, and I can do a bit of a talky bit at the end. Let me just... Closing paint. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna turn off this mic, I'm gonna turn on the other one, so just stand by.
Well, there we go. I'm still trying to readjust things. I'm putting my phone back onto my disk. There we go. Take this, put this over there. Okay. And I just realized I have to do this, so hold on. There we go. Ah, there we go. Now to move. Yeah. pushing the little table that has my tablet on it, and get some elbow room here. Oh man, I could take this drawing glove off. There we go. And thank you. Thank you for enjoying it. Maybe I should start doing more art streams. I feel motivated. Gosh, I really wish I was. So, but yeah. Anyway, tomorrow we are going to be playing Blue Stinger. We're gonna continue it. Yeah. Again, like I said, I thought it was gonna be a one-off thing. Like I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna say it sucks, and we're probably never gonna play it again. But oh.
Wrong mic. Woo! Making sure this is correct. Yep, that's me. Double speak. Well, yeah. Anyway, yeah. Tomorrow we're going to be playing Blue Stinger. I guess you can count that as scuff just a minute ago. But anyway, look forward to that. Look forward to this. Look forward to that. And look forward to all of that tomorrow. So, until then, be happy. Be healthy, stay safe, and, as always, God bless. Take care of yourself, and you have yourself a wonderful night. I wonder if anybody's gonna clip me, using the wrong mic. Well, anyway, see you guys tomorrow.
That was quite the immersion break you did at the end.